What's up, Yugi Nerds? Darren Stevenson back with another World Race video, and this is the cost breakdown where I talk about how much my weekend cost. So it was a double regional weekend. Expect that to cost a little bit more than the typical weekend. So this weekend I went to the Cologne regional and the regional in Belgium, Liege. So like I said, this wasn't a cheap weekend. And not only was it a double weekend, and like I said, this wasn't a cheap weekend, I also couldn't fly from my own airport, so I had to get the train to Manchester. So I had to go from Newcastle to Manchester to get the train there, and that cost £52.35. I could have booked it in advance, but I forgot. It completely slipped my mind that I was flying from Manchester, and then the night before I was like, oh shit. Oh well, never mind. But the flight itself from Manchester to Amsterdam was like fairly reasonably priced for what it was. It was like £83, and I booked that last minute as well because I wasn't sure if I was going to go. Considering Huddersfield Regional is the same weekend, I was tempted to just go to Huddersfield, as Huddersfield isn't that far from where I live. But considering Liege was the same weekend as well, and Liege was like the same number of people as Huddersfield, I felt like paying the money to have a double regional weekend is so worth it, especially considering they were both over 100 people, especially Cologne, where it was 266 people. And then once I was in Amsterdam, I had to drive to Cologne on the Saturday morning, and then drive back Saturday night with Raf. Thank you, Raf. You're the best. And then from Amsterdam to Cologne, and then from Amsterdam to Liege. After saying the night before that he might have been too tired to go, he ended up getting up in the morning and winning the whole thing. It's funny how things work out. That was like €30 each, so around £26.67, which is a lot less than I expected it to be, but considering it was only like 2 hours to Cologne and 2 hours to Liege from Amsterdam, I suppose that does make sense. So in total, the weekend for travel cost me £162.02, which isn't bad considering it's a double regional weekend. So that's around £80 each for a regional, which is completely reasonable. And if we add that to the total, our total before week 3, £251.57, and adding £162.02 that we spent this weekend. Overall, 3 weeks in, 3 weeks in the world's race, I've spent £413.59. Ugh. But considering I got 13 points from Cologne and 11 points at Liege, weird right, got more points for scrubbing than I did for actually coming third place at the regional. I now have a total of 52 points, and I think with the amount of money I've spent to get that amount of points, it's pretty worth it considering. But it's a shame that Jay Quincy also did well. He has 71. Grr, he got ahead of me this time, but if I top the 200 and he doesn't, I'm soaring away with it. And that's the cost breakdown for the weekend of the double regional, Cologne and Liege. If you have any ideas on how I can save money on this world's travelling, leave a comment in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more World's Race content. See you guys later.